Hi, Tracy Hugelmeyer here from VintagepreneurUniversity.com, where I help vintage sellers start, grow, and scale their business on Etsy. I also own my own business on Etsy, Rustic Eye, that I've had since 2013. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to create a free logo on Canva.com. Now, you may have watched my other video on how to make a free banner for your Etsy shop in Canva. And today I'm going to switch gears and show you how to also make a free logo. Now, if you missed my other video, I'm going to link to it in the notes for you below so you can check that out as well. But let's go ahead and jump to canva.com. All right, so here we are over at canva.com, and I'll link to that in the notes for you as well. But what you're going to want to do is sign up for a free account if you don't already have one. Now, I do pay for the Canva subscription because I use Canva that often and I love it that much. I use the Canva Pro and pay for it monthly. But what I'm going to show you today, you can do for free in Canva. So go ahead and get yourself logged in and I'll see you on the inside. Okay, so here I am inside canva.com, and as you can see, you can absolutely design anything here. Now you can go into create a design and look at all the different things that you can create, all the templates that exist for you. Or to make it a little simpler, you can just type in what you're looking for here at the top, and you can see that a logo is suggested for you. So you just go ahead and click on that. And then what happens is a blank canvas in the perfect size for a logo then shows up on your screen, and that's what you have to work within. Now, whenever you pull up a canvas in Canva, you will be given suggestions on different templates that you can use, or you can just start from the blank canvas and design your own by adding text and different elements, whatever you want to add. But it's usually easier, unless you have an idea of what you're going for, to start with a template. So just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and type in, and you can see, before I do that, you can see they're giving us all kinds of suggestions in different categories: fashion logo, a brand logo. I'm just going to, for fun, type in vintage and see what comes up. And you can see there are all kinds of suggestions for a vintage logo. Now, of course, you can look for whatever you want. Let's say you are selling vintage clothes, then you might be more into like a stylized logo, like a fashion logo, for example. If you click on the little all, it'll bring up, all your options. So from there, you just select what you want to design from. And yours can be as crazy or as simple as you want, but I'm going to go for something kind of simple since that fits my brand. And I'm going to pull up this one. And obviously, I'm not Haircuts by Fred, but let's say I want to type in my company name here. I'm going to go ahead and type in Rustic Eye. And just for simplicity here, I'm going to type in Vintage General Store. Okay. And then the scissors don't quite work for me, so I am going to switch that out with a different element. So let's just go ahead and click on Element. And you can see when I clicked on Elements, it pulls up all kinds of options here. As we scroll down, we can see icons, family and home type suggestions, illustrations. I do want to point out that whenever you see a little dollar sign, that means you are going to have to pay for at least one of the elements in that design. And you'll pay for that once you download it. It'll prompt a little area for you to pay for it. But usually, like I said, I'm teaching you how to make a free one. So we're going to find a free one. And you can go ahead and search for whatever you want here. Just for fun, I'm going to type in vintage again. And I'll see if there's anything that catches my eye. I love arrows, but that is a cost to use that one. Let's see if we can find a free one. Oh, I like the clock. Let's use that one. So we're going to pull that over, and you can see it's super big, but that's okay because we are going to shrink it down. And we're going to get rid of the scissors. But before we can do that, as you can see here, or it's kind of hard to tell, but these are actually, these elements are grouped together. So like you can tell by, if you try and move them, do you see how they all move together? If they weren't grouped, you would be able to move each one individually. So, but that's okay, because what we can do is ungroup them. And now you can see this little guy moves on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and, with it selected, the blue line around it, just click on the little trash here and delete it. And then I'm going to position my clock to take its place. So I'm going to shrink it down a little more. And then do you see this little pink lines that keep popping up? That's kind of guiding me to when I'm in the middle. And when it's a solid line like that, it means I'm right in the middle of my design, either, lengthwise or widthwise. So right now I'm going for right in the middle there. So I'm going to use that guide and let it stay right there. And then I'm going to use my arrows. Still have it selected, and I'm going to use my arrow keys just to get it a little bit more precisely where I want it. I'm using my up and down arrow keys right now. So that looks about right to me right there. Okay. I just clicked off of it so I could look at it. Now, the other things that you might want to consider when you're making a logo is, using your branded texts and also your branded colors. And if that doesn't sound familiar to you at all, if that's all Greek, I do have a free 5-day training that goes over the basics of branding and some other great information. It's great for new sellers or even established sellers who are just looking to kind of get a jump start on their shop and sales. And I will link that in the notes for you as well, so you can check that out if you're interested. But again, you should have your branded text and your branded colors. And another thing that I love about Canva is you can actually store that in your Canva account, so that it's really simple to update your colors and your texts. So let me kind of show you what I mean. Right now, you can see the text up here is a Leo. If I click on that, and I have a list of other options available to me. So if I know my branded text or my font, I keep saying text, I mean font. If I know my branded font, I can search for it here. But let me show you a quick trick really quickly. I popped back over to the Canva home so that I can show you this. If you click on the left little menu here where it says brand kit, this is awesome because you can actually store, like I was mentioning, your brand colors. You can store your brand logos and your fonts, and you can even upload your own fonts if it's not available in Canva. Now, some of these things are only available for Canva Pro, but if you have one color, you can at least set it here. You get multiple colors, or palettes with Canva Pro, but you can set your colors for one palette here in Canva. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to make this up really quickly because just for demonstration purposes. But if you already knew your color code, you could type it in here. But again, I'm just making this up. So this is going to be one of my branded colors. I'm just pretending right now. And also I'm going to have, oh, that looks nice. I'm going to have that be one of my branded colors. And I'm also going to pick black, which is just 6 zeros. So we're just going to leave it at that for my branded colors. Now, it's only going to let me put 3 here, but again, if you upgrade to Canva Pro, you can put more colors. But I'm going to show you what happens when you do have your branded colors here. And it's similar for fonts as well. So jumping back over to our logo that we're designing. So I'm not going to be able to put in my fonts because I don't have Canva Pro in this demo account. But if I did, I would see my fonts available right at the top here. But let me show you what I mean for colors. Whenever you have, not everything is you're able to change the color on. Some designs you're not able to change the colors on, but this one you can see that you are because of this little color box that pops up here. Now sometimes if there's multiple colors, you'll see multiple color boxes up here. But I want to show you what happens when I click on that. You can now see my brand colors that I set right here at the top. Okay, and there's the numbers of the hex code of the color. So if I wanted to change this, for example, to my branded color, my green here, I can easily do that. You see how it changed? Now you can pick whatever colors you want as well, but having your brand colors right there makes it super simple to design in your brands, in your branded fonts and colors, okay? So now I want to take a look at this. I'm liking how this looks, but I'm not quite sold on the outside rectangle here. So I am going to see what my other options are. I'm going to go back to elements and I am going to look at, let's see, shapes. I'll look at all my shapes and see if there's anything else that I think will look better here. I definitely like simple for my brand. So I'm going to try this one. And if I click on this, not everything will let you, let's see if it's a square, it might not let you shrink it down to a rectangle, but I can see because it's got this little, line there in the center. If I click on that and drag it, I'm able to pull it into the rectangle. Maybe I want a square, but I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the rectangle for the purposes of this. And then I want to get rid of the other rectangle that's there. I no longer want that. So let me position this back. Almost there, just looking for their little red lines. Sometimes they're tricky. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there. And then I'm not too sold on this gray color, so I'm going to click on that and you can see the little box pop up. I'm going to go ahead and make that my black color so it really pops. All right, so there you have my logo. You can see it was super simple to create it. If I wanted to change the font, I can do that, but I'm liking this font, just assuming that those are my branded fonts, okay? Now you can see I'm trying to click on the font and I'm not able to, so just a little trick. The problem is it's selecting this one because it's the most frontmost element. So if I click on position here, I can move that backwards so it's kind of out of my way. And then I should be able to select the text that's up in the front. And the only other thing I want to try is to go ahead and make this capital. I don't know. I think I like it how it was. So I'm going to put it back. Okay. So you can play around with any of these templates to see what you think. The last little trick that I want to show you here is, okay, let's say I'm done with this and I like it, I'm ready to go. This is what I want to use. I'm going to go ahead and download it. You click the download up here in the right corner. And you see this little box that says transparent background. Now this is only available if you have Canva Pro, but a lot of times when you have a logo, it's very helpful to have a transparent background. So if you're ever in a situation where you need a transparent background for your logo, just know that you can go back and kind of switch this out, but you're going to have to upgrade to Canva Pro. But right now, when I download this, what the transparent background means is it's just going to kind of give this image in the download. So let's say I then want to put it over a a photograph or something, and I can easily do that with the transparent background. But without the transparent background, it's going to put this entire white block in my logo, which is fine for a lot of things. It's fine for Etsy because you just have that square that you're trying to fill for your logo, for example. So let's just go ahead and download this. Give it a second to download it. It's trying to sell me on something. And then I'm going to pull it up my Etsy shop and kind of show you how you can then plop that into your Etsy shop really quickly and easily. Okay, so here I am in my Etsy shop, and I'm just going to go ahead and click on Edit Shop. And then I'm going to click on this little camera looking icon here. You can see my logo is right here. I'm going to click on that, and then I am going to, and you can see here that it says that your shop icon needs to be 500 pixels by 500 pixels. And please note that there's also a shop icon template for your Etsy shop in Canva, and that one works as well because it's also 500 by 500 pixels. They're basically interchangeable. You can use either one, either your shop icon template or your logo template in Canva will work. Okay, so then we're going to get our file, and then if I were to save this, you would just go ahead and click save. You can adjust it and crop it so that you know, it's bigger, smaller in your screen, however you want to do that. Just go ahead and adjust it and crop it. Remember, any white area won't show because the background is white anyway. So I'm not going to do that because I don't want to replace my logo that's there, but you can see how easy that is. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to make a free logo or icon in Canva for your Etsy shop. Again, if you're interested in that free training, I'm going to link to it in the notes below for you, so check that out. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell next to it as well so you get notified anytime a new video comes out and you don't miss a thing. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!